and stage morph on 2-minute one stock. It's the most fun you'll ever have playing Smash Bros, dude.
Items is a blast,
Oh, it's so fun.
especially
We play them.
super
We
late
play
at
them in the
night.
Mac all the time.
We
It's so
we
fun.
do. Me and Snacks did items once, and I actually got a frame, or he got a frame perfect Kaklang to block my final smash. It's
Yeah.
on my YouTube. I'll show it to you after. It was actually goated. One of my favorite smash moments, literally in my
Yeah.
entire
If
life.
you haven't played random only Smashdown in a minute, you should definitely play it. Get a group of 2 or 3 friends in it and play it.
Was that day one hero?
Chuck can only play
Okay.
one character in the entire roster, so he'd be in trouble.
No, I can. I can play more. I got second place in Lubbock with Joker.
I can play Pit too.
Hey, shut up! You try to tell me to play Pit.
Yeah, you should play Pit.
I
I
was playing
think
Pit
I think
yesterday.
if you have it in your head that Pit is your sole character, you should just play Pit regardless of how good or bad the character is.
Pit is crazy. All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I know we're a little late, so we'll go a little late. That's just kind of how it be sometimes. So welcome, guys, to the Kayo Show, episode 4. This is our month episode. Woo woo! We did it. We lasted at least a month. Most podcasts don't last past this point, but we will. All right. So I'm KOB. Welcome back.
I'll go
Boys,
first.
you want
Hey
to-
guys, I'm Noah. Welcome back. Glad to have you all here. I was supposed to be at Big House this weekend, but we dropped out, so I'm here instead. So
What's
happy
up,
to be
guys?
here.
I'm Grayson. Happy to be here as always. Excited to talk about the topics we have today. I think they're exciting ones. I'm more excited about today's topics than previous topics, so I'm excited to
excited
dive
about
into
every
y'all's opinions. And
Because your
I already
topics
know
are bad.
all
Chuck.
Chuck's opinions are bad, so he'll bring his
well,
own
here's
flavor.
the thing, guys. Okay, if you guys don't like the topics, chat included, I'm open to all suggestions. If you tell me, like, Chuck, I think this would be a great topic, you DM it to me, I'm gonna preach it to the choir. And then, oh, there's the Elsa.
Yeah, Cannons wanted to see it.
And then, like, these guys are in chat with me, okay, and they have every opportunity, okay, to tell me what they want to talk about, or if an idea is bad.
I came up with today's topic. What do you mean?
You did.
I
You
did.
did.
Yeah.
You did. So, all right, guys. So, first thing we're going to talk about is Rise and Grind. Okay, that tournament was this weekend. We did have a good amount of West Texas there, so I kind of want to recap that as well as who won. So, first things first, I mean, what did you guys think of Rise and Grind? Was it a good event? Do you enjoy watching it? What do you think?
As
I know you
somebody
were
who
there.
was there, it was awesome. So, Gact always, or not Gact, Cagged always run Cagged
However you say his name.
always runs like a really great event. Every event I've gone to of his is 10 out of 10. There's like so many. They have a whole section just for friendlies. All the pools are nicely set up. They're well spaced. You have plenty of room. The vendors were really cool. Plenty of. There was like 5 or 6 different stream setups, and every pool had 4 recording stations. So like, if you wanted to get your matches recorded or on stream, 100% chance you could do that. So really awesome opportunity for competitors. Top 8 was really great outside of the end, I guess. And yeah, just all around great time. In terms of how we did at it personally, we had some tough brackets, but that's how it goes. We beat MK Leo's team, no big deal, and Cruz.
Saw that.
That was pretty insane, but yeah, that's it was. I had a blast. I think like if you are in Texas, you should be planning around going to Rise and Grind every year. It's that good of an event. Having been to both LTC and Rise and Grind now multiple times, Rise and Grind to me consistently seems like the higher quality event.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely. I think the next one is in like August of 2024. So definitely plan around going to that. It's so good. You're not going to regret going. Waco's hella cheap. You'll find a good hotel. There's plenty of food around the venue. It's just all around great time. Definitely go.
I think I watched most of it. I watched a lot of it. I think it was a great event. Mia came and kind of slapped everybody up and then called the whole entire United States free. So
That's crazy.
kind of brutal. Tweak wasn't there to represent. Not that I think he probably would have won
Hey,
anyways.
West Texas is lucky Tweak wasn't there. Okay.
Yeah,
True.
I've got a free pass, but hey, good for him. He got lucky. We'll take those.
We take bracket luck.
Bluto's a monster right now, and Spoiler: I love watching Gluto and I love watching Wario. So always happy to see him do well. But uh, West Texas did okay. I mean, I think we and Chuck talked about how West Texas was going to perform. I think I pretty much nailed every single placement, and I even said that Vibe's my most likely to get out because of his bracket luck.
Oh, I said that. I said that too.
You said 25th. You were really optimistic.
I was close. He was one win away.
You were close. But
Yeah,
25th
I heard the Peanut set wasn't very close.
No, the peanut set was close.
It was by
was?
Peanut.
Yeah, it was close.
I thought
At least that's what
close to get smacked.
no, Kyle told me. Kyle's really good friends with Peanut. He was watching the set the whole time. He said it was very tight.
Awesome. See, I enjoyed watching it. I was watching it some at work, and then kind of to go off Noah said, I went last year, and I thought it was one of the best competitor-friendly events I've ever been to. I've been to EVO. I've been to LTC a lot. It's so hard to get games. I'm talking like when I went to EVO, I got 2 friendlies in the entire tournament. And no one invited me to
Evo's a
the
different beast, though, dude.
It's true. That is
Evo's
true.
a
And that was the
different
Evo. That was the Smash 4 Evo where they put us in the corner for the 2000 entrance. And
Was it the 2019 or 18 one?
it was 2000.
The really bad one. Was
The
that
one really bad one, that
Okay,
redacted one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not Bayo, Mario.
Yeah.
Rise and Grind setups are crazy. They had so many setups that some were empty. That's how many setups they had.
So many, and then like
Last
the
year.
ladder is awesome. I always tell people, it's
Yeah,
like
they
when you
had
go to these
ladder
majors,
going
play.
all day, every day.
Like you got like you want to
Every
get
day.
better. That's where you go. Like right, you rising and you grinding. So I think that event is an awesome one to go to. I enjoyed it when I went. The stream setups are awesome. They have it in French, Spanish, and English. Me and your boy ended up on. Your boy is in Grayson. Noah is the boy, but Grayson teams with me. And we did the Spanish and the French stream. If you guys want to find us on YouTube, I'm sure we're up there still. And the recording setups are awesome. My Rise and Grind sets from last year are still up, and that was really cool to see. I think that's something that a lot of majors can do, but like I said, it's expensive to do all that stuff, and venue prices go up. And clearly, Smash does not like being on or having to pay a lot more money for tournaments. If you're gonna do all this stuff, then it's worth paying. If you're not gonna do this stuff, like I don't know if LTC's doing all of that. But I know LTC's $100, and I'm not going to go because it's a lot of money, and I'm not good enough. So
Speaking of doubles, Leo holding it down. I thought it was about to be a big weekend for Leo, and then he got washed by Skinny the Pooh, and he got washed by Noah's crew battle. So rough weekend.
that
Started
and then
strong
Riddles.
and- yeah, well, Riddles is an okay loss, but yeah, I thought after I was like,
You
when
should have
told
seen
me-
the crowd around the Skinny the Pooh MK Leo set.
Yeah.
Like as soon as like the whisper, people were sprinting from across the venue to try to like. Some guy had it on his camera. Like hopefully you could see the guy's phone, so you could see like what's going on the set. Like it was crazy.
That shows how
Those-
good he
those
is
are
at
always
doubles, though. That is Leo's true dubs god because even if he can't perform in singles anymore, he still wins doubles with an all right player. I wouldn't say. I mean, MK Big Boss is an incredible player. I think he's a solid player, top 100, not top 50 though, probably. But the fact that Leo could still win a big tournament
Oh.
in doubles is impressive.
Sorry, guys. My work just emailed me, so
Some host, right? Chat.
I'm trying, guys. I'm trying.
Right, chat. Get him.
We're trying,
chat.
but
Get him.
But
chat.
Mia did end up winning. Mia ended up winning. We did have 2 Bayos in top 8, which I think is really awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Bayo, going from Smash 4 being the literal Steve of the game, no one wanted to watch that character ever, to now being really sick, in my opinion. Lima should have been in Grand Finals winner
Should've
side,
been in
and
Grand Finals, yeah.
does Lima win with 2 sets? I think so, but
No.
he got a 0 to death and then lost the game. Gluto doing a losers or
Have you heard
making
the story on
top 8
that
winner
zero
side.
death?
He wasn't paying attention, is what I heard.
Apparently his hand wasn't even on the controller.
Well,
He's fixing his headset.
it says 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, yeah.
It reminded me. I don't know. There's a famous melee clip of Wobbles at a Monday night melee here in DFW, and it's ready, set, go. And before goes even off the screen, he's on the opposite platform, like wobbling the guy. It's awesome. But that's what it reminded me.
Was
Of.
that in the GR Smash video?
Yeah. I'm sure it has been. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Wobbles was so crazy too.
I think Bayo, if Bayo's not in your top 15, you're probably just wrong at this point. I think that character is really crazy. And there's so many reps. Very well represented character. Amazing player base, I feel like. Like they finally play like a community, like the Bayo players. They're like,
Yeah, Death Spade's results have been getting a lot better recently too. I think like
yes,
Bayo's on the whole have been.
Bloom's the
Uh,
closest to ever taking best player in Europe title.
Yep.
He didn't get there,
And
but
then like
he was the closest.
Bale actually does a good job against Steve too. So if Steve isn't banned, I wouldn't be shocked if we're seeing more players try to pick up Bale. I know she's a lot harder
I
in
mean,
this game, so it takes a little more.
she's really
but-
good against like Rob. Like she's like one of Rob's worst matchups too. Who's like so tournament prevalent that.
So
Also one of Wario's worst matchups.
Yep.
So hopefully, I mean, Bale's one of those characters like she can touch you, can kill you. She struggles to kill more in this game, but she also has up tilt to back air, and that's an incredible kills confirm. So I'm excited to see.
ABK
I
back
think
here too.
that was one of my biggest takeaways from this tournament is the rise of Bale, and Mia winning. No one was shocked really by that. Gluttony constantly getting through Bale's bad matchups to make grands. Like he got to be a top 5 player in the world.
Peach is tough. He's been doing really well against Mutace.
And I thought Mute was going to win it for a second. Mutace was looking really good, and then, once you run into Game & Watch, it's tough. It is really tough.
5 days. He has like 18 different death combos on Wario now. He's in the lab.
Yeah. Peach is one of those characters that is just absolutely crazy. You can learn something new every game. And you know what I've actually been seeing lately? I've been seeing Smash Ultimate Tech. It's blowing my mind. Why did it take 6 years for us to find this tech? Like, there's one that you can slide off with your tech roll if you are in the middle of the platform and you tech.
I saw that.
Out.
You see Chunky Kong slid off, Donkey Kong punched.
Yeah! Like, you can slide
Crazy.
off and cancel your lag
How do you
into...
do
It's
it?
like an edge cancel. You tech in the middle of the platform, right? So, like, pretend this platform's... Or the bottom of my camera is the screen, or the platform. And then you roll off, and then you flip your stick to neutral, I think is what I read. And it lets you fall off.
And
Which
and
therefore-
act immediately. It's like a ledge cancel. I saw one where, because Fox gets a lot from down throw on platforms, it's kind of like
Yeah.
Fox's thing. He either hopes you don't tech or he reads your text and gets 6 up airs.
Yeah.
I saw one where he Fox down throw on platform and they did it, and it was a Joker. Got our sin and like slid off back here and killed Fox like 85.
Yeah.
Like,
He got punished for throwing.
do I think it's game changing? I mean, it helps you get off platforms in a game where you can't get off platforms.
Dude, getting
So
off
I-
platforms in this game is so hard.
So
Even
I
like,
actually
trying to rock off a platform is difficult in Ultimate. So, anything
So
that
I-
helps off platforms, I think is a good thing.
I think it's more revolutionary, I think, than Slingshot, in my opinion. So we'll see. Oh, he says you directionally air dodge slightly below the platform and then reset your stick. So, yeah, we'll see if anything pops off from this. I know Void is currently in the lab with everything because he got the training mode mod, and he's one of the best labbers with base Ultimate ever, or base game in general, and now got the mod pack. So we'll see if something comes with this. Hopefully it does. Some lab rat's going to use it once, and then top players are going to do it. So, and then did you all see Chunky's gyro combo?
Mm-hmm.
That was
he lived.
nuts!
Like it wasn't even a suicide combo. He just like came back. I was like, what?
I was making fun of Chunky, I think, last stream. Because I was like, this guy just labs the most obscene combos, and then he hits that. I was like, my bad, Chunky.
I literally told you.
My bad.
Imagine if he played a good character, dude.
It's these lab rats.
The
dude.
things he could do.
But we'll go ahead and... Oh, wrong thing. Boom. So we'll look at some of the results. Jeese was nice enough to post the results from the Rise and Grind for West Texas. So in doubles, you had Vibe Nationwide getting 13th. They got absolutely beat by, was it Mutace Gluten? Who was it?
No, send.
Sand Mutace, yes. The first game was kind of close. Second game was not. Yellow Rello AZ got 17th. Worm Hero Spritzy 33rd. And Nazi Chumpkin 33rd, which is really cool. I'm a big doubles guy. I think Vibe Nationwide are a team combo away from being pretty good. And they got to help each other a little more. I saw Lyric was yelling at Oscar to go help, which is something me and Grayson always make fun of. Because sometimes he just lets his partner get messed up. But it was funny because hearing it from Lyric, she was like, Nationwide, help your teammate! Vibe was just getting destroyed. He had 5 stocks that game, so it was tough. Then we go into Squad Strike, the least important event at any event ever. Vibe 25th, Chumpkin 33rd, Nationwide 33rd, Yellow Rello 49th, which is actually a shocker. Blank 65th, Atsy 97th, and I think... Didn't Beastly win that?
He did. He won low tiers.
He won low
He
tiers.
got
'Cause
fifth.
Philip got 5th in low tiers as well with Yellow Rello, Chumpkin 25th, Blank 49th.
Philip
Oh,
What's
my
up,
bad.
Mom?
Actually, Beastly didn't win low tiers. Dr. Beast Mode Tarun, the third best Dr. Mario in the world, won low tiers. So
Oh, I saw that.
different person.
Also, chat, say hi to my mom.
Who does BC
Everybody say
play?
hi.
Or sorry, who does Chig play in low tiers?
Ganon.
He got 5th
Mhm.
with Ganon.
Yep.
Basically, all you saw was
Doc.
Doc, DDD, and then K. Rool, and then a Ganon every now.
Doc ain't low tiers, so I don't know what the heck they were thinking.
Doc is terrible. I'm sorry.
No, he's not. You're crazy.
Doc
A
is
Japanese Doc got top 8 solo
I
Doc. You
don't
can't
care
be
about
bad.
one Japanese Doc.
You
I don't care.
cannot be bad and make a top 8. I mean that with all my heart. You cannot be a bad character and make top 8.
I'm glad you mean that. I'm glad you mean it, but you're wrong.
I'm not. I'm correct.
Oh.
But one thing I want to go before we
mean,
look at
like Doc has great buttons. Like Doc's buttons are really good. But a gentle breeze kills the character, and like you just
so
can't.
the Gentle Breeze kills Mithra.
Yeah, but
Quite frankly,
Mithra's
it's
a much
easier to
better character
edgeguard.
than Doc.
It's easier to edgeguard Mithra than Doc.
Yeah, but if you have Mithra's neutral, like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Pill. Hello. You need to play Mabel. You need to play Mabel.
Yeah,
All
let me
right?
just
I've been
go.
messing-
Let me call Mabel. Actually, I could play Dr. Beast Mode Tarun, who's a ranked higher Dr. Mario.
Mabel's nuts.
So.
I can guarantee
But-
you don't have to call him how bad he's playing right now.
Yeah, I bet.
He plays 24/7.
Dubs. But speaking of dubs, I did want to talk about. I watched a video today. Okay, I watched a video on Turn Down for Walt. Right, that's his name. Turn Down for Walt. Did a video on the top moments of Big House, since that's this weekend, for the past 10 years, and the amount of doubles moments that were in there, and the storylines we had for doubles in Melee for so long, it broke my heart that doubles died.
I think Big House was always the doubles event.
It was. It was like there's so many storylines because there's always either Mango Lucky, whoever Mango's team. I forgot Ice Mac D was a good team.
Yeah.
Team CLG, Team UGS. Plup HBox, Plup M2K, Plup M2K and HBox M2K. Like there's so many good teams all the time, and I would agree with Daddy because I think esports wise it kind of killed dubs.
Are you
people
kidding?
Started to focus on
No, I disagree. Because first of all, you go to your local, no one wants to play dubs ever.
True.
Like no
People
one
are
cares.
all about money.
No one cares about dubs. It has nothing to do with esports. It has everything to do with player attitude and how nobody wants to play dubs.
I think it's the money side of esports is what he's kind of thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Like when everybody thinks that they can make a living off this game rather than playing it because they love the game, and they're like, "Oh, I got a money match to get better every single time. I can't play for pride," or "Oh, I'm not entering doubles because blah 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 blah." It's like if we could create storylines of doubles and it would be incredible. Like going into Big House, like Melee doubles was one of the main events of the thing. I also watched Mango Laser just drop off the stage during a crew battle, and I forgot about that moment, and that destroyed me. It was one stock left in the crew, or he had one stock left against PPU's 4, and it said go. Mango tried to reverse laser, just fell off the stage and died. It was so funny.
Yeah.
I think players are less social than ever. This goes back to what I was touching on our camaraderie and having Smash event or Smash get-togethers and being friends. Like, I don't see that happening in Lubbock anymore. I mean, that's why we played doubles. That's why me and Sauce started teaming. I was like, well, we're friends. Let's play doubles. So
Yep.
if you're not part of the community, you don't have friends or people you want to hang out with on the weekend or on Fridays or whatever, you're probably not going to be someone who wants to play doubles.
I wish people took doubles more seriously, and top players don't care either. Like, we would need Tweak playing. We would need Light and Mars continuously teaming. Send and Louis Money need to be teaming at events. Ned Dark Wizzy need to be teaming at events. And so we can create those storylines. But I mean, Melee also has the history behind it, and doubles used to be big event and all that stuff. But it sucks because even
I think
Go
part
ahead.
of it too is like events just don't put any stock into doubles like they used to.
Yeah. And
You know.
people, it's not going to get the views because people don't want to watch.
Yeah.
People only want to watch singles. That's all they care about.
Like there's no one issue when it comes to like why isn't doubles more popular. It's like 4 or 5 or 6 different
Yeah.
issues that have all compounded upon one another to result in like people just don't really care about doubles that much anymore.
It sucks because it was so. I was going back to those memories, and I remember like Summit doubles was huge,
Yep.
and then Big House doubles was huge, and it was people were watching. Like if you go back and watch those sets, the crowd is full. Because what they used to do, especially like at Genesis as well, was top 4 of doubles was played right before top 8.
Yep.
So people were there because they wanted a good seat for singles, and they realized doubles is hype. Boom, adds to it. And that's the whole reason why I started playing. I watched Pew Pew or Pew Fat, and I was like, okay, these guys aren't top 10 players in the world. Well, at the time they weren't. But they're really good at doubles. They're a top 2 team in the world. I was like, well, I can do that. And clearly I didn't. But I'm not bad at doubles.
I mean, y'all are like one of the better teams in the state, right? That's pretty good.
I think so.
Considering your dog game.
True. Post the image. Where's the image? Grayson beat me 4-2 stocks to 19 yesterday. It was rough. But speaking of singles, the singles results, overall, I think everybody did pretty good. Before, when this image was posted, Top 64 had not started yet. So before Top 64, people who didn't make Top 64 nationwide blank both at 65th. Chumpkin at 129th, Atsy at 193, Worm at 193, and Liz, I believe, is a girlfriend of one of the players. I don't know how long she's been in the scene. 385th. I'm assuming that's 02. But Worm going that low is kind of shocking to me. I don't know who he lost.
He had a hard bracket.
He did.
Yeah, yeah, he had a hard bracket.
And I did say Atsy was my sleeper to get out of pools. Bad take.
I mean, just a standard Chuck take.
I'm catching strays today, guys.
Oh, they're not. I'm not stray. First of all.
Direct blows.
First of all.
So, going on into the top 64, we had Vibe getting 33rd, as I was spoiled a little earlier. Spritzy 33rd as well, and then Yellow Rello, I believe, got whatever's right below 33rd, 49th. So, overall, good performance by West Texas. At one point in time, I tuned into all 3 streams, and West Texas was on them all, which is really sick for our region, personally. I think we lost all 3 of those sets, but...
I mean, Gluto Nationwide got the Gluto shout-out on Twitter.
That's
good.
Awesome.
What did Beastly get? Beastly got 25th.
Beastly is very good. He got upset a little early, right?
Well, he lost to Lancelot, who's one of the best players in Europe. He was at UTA like all week practicing with us. And then the brackets got re-scrambled, and they ended up having to play to get out. Apparently, losing there was better because, I think Lancelot placed worse than Beastly did because the winner side was really hard, and then you played into a really hard losers bracket. But then Beastly ended up losing to Marvelous Marco in losers, who's a Toon Link player, a very good Toon Link player who was on MK Leo's crew, which we beat, but not particularly relevant in singles, I suppose. So, hard matchup for Diddy, as far as I'm aware. I know he's looking at picking up either Rob or Fox for the campier matchups. So, yeah,
Very tough for Diddy.
Yeah, it's
very
really
tough
hard.
for Diddy.
So I think you might see him be going full time Diddy Fox soon, or Diddy Rob.
Hey, sounds like someone else I know.
Yeah.
So that's our quick Rise and Grind talk. I did want to talk very quickly before we go into another fun topic of the right now. A lot of top players are saying that they're not going to go enter brackets with Steve banned. I know Zamba talked about it. Mia talked about it. Akola made a comment. Clearly, Akola would not be attending because Steve is banned. And then other top players, some are saying that they would rather just play the competition. It's different things like that. So I'd like to hear y'all's thoughts on top players. I made my tweet today, and it got a decent amount of likes. Someone bookmarked it. I wish I could see who bookmarked it. Probably going to bring it back later.
What was it?
My tweet?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's find it. Boom, boom, boom. If you guys want to go ahead and talk about it while I pull it up.
What was the question again?
What are your thoughts on the players not...
I've seen players share the sentiment on both sides. I've seen players that aren't going to go to events with Steve allowed. I've seen players that aren't going to go to events with Steve banned. I think whether or not at the end of the day Steve ruins the game for you determines whether or not you're going to be going to an event. And if that's the case, then that's the case. I don't know. I think the character is toxic. I think the character is ban worthy. Is that Steve player's fault? Somewhat. On some level.
Well,
God.
well, it gets getting your character good.
Yeah. I blame the Steve Lab Discord more than anybody else, you know.
I mean, Yanni was smart. He didn't show anything till after they said they're
No,
done.
no. He's a smart guy. Joking aside, it's not the Steve player's fault that their character's broken. It wasn't Meta Knight player's fault that their character was broken. Just like it wasn't Bayo player's fault. It was Japanese MK player's fault that that character didn't get banned. And I have a feeling it's going to be Japanese Steve player's fault that the character doesn't get banned again.
Yep.
And I'm kind of getting sick of that. I don't know if letting one region, albeit probably the strongest region in the world, letting us determine, legality of certain characters for our events is like good or bad. But at the end of the day, go to the events that you want to go to. And if that means you only go to events where the character is banned or unbanned, so be it. It's your money. Like you said, going to these events is getting more expensive. You shouldn't have to go to an event and be miserable because your pool is 3 Steves, like Beastly's was at SmashCon. So.
I would be furious.
And it wasn't like 3
thoughts?
randoms. It was 3 good Steves, like back to back to back. So.
I mean, I agree with Noah. I mean, you don't have to go to these tournaments. I don't think. I mean, I agree with what he said. Pretty much, they're the ones dictating. Japan's the one dictating how Steve should be legal because the best player on planet Earth is a Steve player. So I think if you're on the top of the top and you are Light and you are Tweak and you are DeBuzz, I don't think any of them want Steve banned because they want to play the player at their best and they want to say that they've been able to beat the best player at their best. No one wants to beat Alcola's Donkey Kong or whatever. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like you are truly the best unless you beat the best player at their best. So I think that Japan's dictating a lot of the legality. And I think the top players are dictating a lot of the legality because none of them want them banned. I've been listening to them talk, and they want Steve legal, and they want to beat people who play Steve and show them that they can learn the matchup and show them that hey, this character is beatable. I agree with Noah where I think the character is so overtuned, grossly overtuned, is really really toxic, but. I don't think it matters how many lower level, mid level players, or even high level players want Steve banned. At the end of the day, the top players and the very, very best player play Steve. So I think he's going to be legal, and I think you better learn the matchup and deal with it. And if you want to be ranked in any sort of way, you can't skip tournaments. You can't say, "Oh, Steve is legal, I can't go." To some of the biggest tournaments on the, you got to go, and you got to either pray you don't get them or really, really study the matchup. But I don't know.
I'm hoping that this
air really a real answer at this point.
So I'm hoping this fall off tech can be used on blocks, which could be really good if they can figure it out. I'm sure someone's going to lab it. Chunky's probably going to lab it. But yeah, no, I said this tweet, right? So I'm going to read it out. So right now I'm seeing that players want to attend Steve ban tourneys. The players that play them, right? They play Steve, Rob, and Game & Watch. And I said, this is clearly expectating success.
Yes.
So is anyone upset that these characters are gone?
Yeah. If you look at it from the point of view of a spectator and not
winning
and not of a competitor, the game's way better with those characters not in the game.
I'm sitting. I'm like, I was seeing the people. I think Zombo's the one that made me do it. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, Mia's gone. Okay, I don't have to watch Game & Watch. I don't have to watch Steve's anymore. I still got Min. But I was like,
well, you can't just cherry pick those players, though. Light doesn't want Steve banned, and everyone likes watching Light, and everyone likes watching Fox. Tweak doesn't want Steve banned, and his Diddy Kong is probably the best viewing experience on Earth, to me, at least. I love watching his Diddy, so... I mean,
so then I found out Barnard's Loop followed me, because this guy, I'm not joking, responded to me in less than 5 minutes. I said, how the heck? This was literally live look at me. I'm on Twitter. I said, how the heck he found my tweet? So I click on it and I responded. And he said, I get this from a spectator. He said, but these top 8s are less likely to be a major. But I responded that over time it would fix itself so they would become majors, basically. But then I clicked it and lo and behold, it follows me. So cool. Cool stuff. But that is...
I think everybody's seen the video of SmashCon.
Yep, there it is.
With people just bum rushing out the venue when they found out what Grand Finals was.
As you can see.
And I mean, we left Rise and Grind early because we knew what top 8 was. And we were like, oh, it's going to be Mina Gluto, and Mia's going to win, and that'll be that. And yeah, we don't want to watch Mia Game and Watch, or any Game and Watch for that matter, really. So, you know, let's just go home. We get home a little early. So.
But this kind of sparked conversation today in Discord, which is the whole topic of today, where people were talking about what characters they enjoy to watch and what characters they don't like to watch. It was a pretty exciting conversation in Discord, to be honest. So we decided as a group that we are going to tell you guys what our top 5 favorite characters to watch are and our top 5 least favorite characters to watch, as well as Noah's iffy category, which he just did not want to give.
Okay, Chuck limited me to 5 characters I didn't like to watch. I want you all to know I had 10.
He had a lot.
I had 10 characters on my do not want to watch ever category, and he made me cut it to 5. So
yeah, I said you gotta get it to 5. So he goes, I'm leaving my other 5. I said whatever. All right. So speaking of Noah's, let's go ahead and start with Noah's. Let me get rid of my browser. Boom. Boom. There it is.
With way more than 5. This is my 5 least favorite, but there's like 30 that I'm probably might be good on.
But Noah, the floor is yours. Your list is on the screen.
Okay,
go ahead and talk about it.
I think my bottom 5 is like a pretty common bottom 5 to watch. They are the 5 characters that interact with their opponent the least in the game, which leads to very either frustrating to watch or just boring to watch matches. I do not.
And for those who can't see it, it's Steve. Oh, were you about to say that?
Oh yeah. I'll read them off.
Okay.
So my bottom 5 is Steve, Sonic, Game & Watch, Luigi, and Min. None of those characters want to interact with you at any point other than to do either what Steve up tilt or Luigi grab. Like, they want this one thing, and then it's over. Like, it's so silly and goofy and unfun, and you're just playing around this single gimmick the whole game, and their opponent's frustrated, you're bored, and that's just how it is. It's so stupid. And it's so... In my head, it's so not what like Smash Brothers is. You know what I mean? Which sounds, pretentious and goofy when I say it, when it comes out of my mouth. But it's like I really like heavy neutral, like interesting combo game. Mm-hmm. All the stuff that has made past Smash Brothers games great. And like what I think the meta is becoming more and more of these bottom 5 characters. You want to interact as little as possible. You want to interact as safely as possible from as far away as possible. And it's not fun to watch. It's not fun to play. And I think if the meta continues to develop in that way, then I will be praying for Smash 6 to come sooner and sooner, hopefully before I die. So
those are your bottom 5.
Yeah, my top 5 are the sickest characters in the game, obviously. Peach, in a perfect... I've tweeted this before. In a perfect world where Ultimate is a good game, Peach is, like, the best character, like, in the game. Because, like, she's so technical, she's so hard to play, but she's so sick if you're good at the character. And that's what I love in Smash Brothers characters. That's why I have Snake up there too. I think watching a good Snake is so fun to watch. I have no idea how they do it. I didn't really ever play Brawl like that. And maybe I'm Curry pilled, but Curry Snake is like one of my most favorite things to watch in the whole world. I cannot play Snake for the life of me. I've tried. I've put tens of hours into the character. No idea what I'm doing at any point. I can't manipulate the character. Like, it just doesn't work.
I hit the B button.
I mean, maybe, but like I don't like it doesn't work when I do it. So Joker, I think, is just like a really sick character to watch in neutral. Like, he's very fluid. He's able to manipulate space really well, and like I don't think he's like, obviously Arsene's pretty strong. Gun was really impressive on release. I don't think the character's nearly as good as he was when he released. I think in 2023, he's actually like pretty okay in terms of like balance. Yeah, I almost had Snake in the middle category, but I like watching Snake too much, so I put him in the top character. Diddy, I love watching Diddy Kong. I think Diddy Kong, the combo game, the item play, the how he can be so fast and explosive. Barrels is one of my favorite moves in any Smash game. I like when players are. I like that you're able to use it as like a pseudo shine spike off stage. Like if you are able to
yeah.
combo into it, like it's so cool. And like I guess about all these characters too, maybe minus Snake, is like their combo game is so fluid and so freeform and so expressive that it's like that's what that's like the beauty of Smash Bros. To me. And Fox is just like the best designed fighting game character in all of Smash Bros. So I love Fox to death.
Yeah.
And
Fox is
then
cool.
we have my middle category, which are
Also, real quick, you need to read what MTM just said.
Joker
Everybody
is kind
read
of
it.
boring too. Only cool thing is creative ways he can get back and C4 combos.
I'm assuming he's talking about Snake there.
Okay. Neutral, I'd rather watch Luigi fish for grabs for 2 minutes. Okay, I'm just going to ignore that and move on. That's clearly bait. That's.
And I will say before you go into Fox or what you're about to say, I have my friend Diani always says this. Fox was not designed to lose games. And I think that's true.
Maybe not, but like at the same time, it's so easy for him to lose games. You know what I mean?
know. That's why he's like the perfect top tier.
He's the perfect character, dude. He's so well designed. It's ridiculous. And then in my middle tier, I have can be either of these categories depending on who's playing. I'm a big believer that in Smash Ultimate, like the player is far more determinant of whether a character is lame or cool than the character itself is. And I think these 5 characters kind of epitomize that. Like we've all seen Steph's Zero Suit, right?
He always became
we've all seen Steph's Zero Suit, but we've all watched Mars Zero Suit too, right? And it's like it's like the sickest thing. Like Light Mars at SmashCon top or for 9th, I think at SmashCon was like one of the sickest, most fun sets I've ever watched in Ultimate.
Oh yeah.
And then I watch any event where Steph is, and I turn it off when I see he's on the screen. Like it's like how. And like I feel the same way about Sheik. Like you watch Void play Sheik, and it's so sick. And then you watch any other Sheik player, and they're standing opposite side of the stage, charging needles, trying to time you out. It's like, play the game. Falco's the like Tilde Falco, dude. I hate that these sick characters are these characters that have the ability to be so sick and so like so beautiful in motion are just like not in motion. You know what I mean?
Ness is lame. I don't know what the hell you were thinking.
Have you ever watched?
That's kind of wild up there.
You ever watched Nestboy 12 play the game, dude?
Is Nestboy 12 a real player? You mean?
Yes, Nestboy 12 is a real player. Go look him up on Twitter. He posts like I think Ness is one of those characters that gets a really bad rep because you play like all these like terrible Ness players online. But like the really, really good Ness players, the Gax, the Beastlies, the Nestboy 12s, like the things that they're able to do with that character are so unique and like so unique to Ness and like so interesting and creative that you just don't see it out of a lot of other characters. Yeah, so look up Nestboy 12 on Twitter. He's sick.
I will look up after this. So now we'll go on to Thegs. Here we go. Here's the G's. And this is the turn. Like his category names are what he literally texted me, except for I changed some of the words.
You are booty. Okay, I'll start bottom 5. So, I think a lot of my influence is based on the characters I play. So, I play Diddy and Wario mostly. So these are really, really obnoxious to fight. And then you also got to think of my perspective. I play much more Wi-Fi than I do non-Wi-Fi. So that heavily skews what I think is cool and interesting and fun gameplay. But this is pretty self-explanatory. I think these characters carry really, really hard. And don't tell me Gunner is bad and doesn't carry because Capotencito just was in Grand
I
Finals.
had me Gunner at 6 for like
Yeah.
my bottom 5.
He was just in Grand Finals against
I took
Sonic.
me Gunner off of mine because the character is not like prevalent enough in like tournament play. Like
Yeah.
there's
Fair
so,
enough.
you see it so infrequently. That's like I had like Duck Hunt. I had me Sword Fighter too.
You did.
I
Luigi
forgot
was on there.
Luigi Duck Hunt.
Yep.
I forget the last one, but anyway, I took those characters off because you just don't see them enough in tournament for me to like justify putting them on there. But Gunner's so bad. I remember playing against Dan, aka Trips,
Yes!
at Wildcat Weekly, whatever it was,
Carried,
Grand
bro.
Finals. Me and him in Grand Finals. He sits halfway across the stage and
He's in the neutral
throws a
B.
grenade at me the whole time. And there's
He
nothing.
was sitting there dancing.
Me Gunner carried Dan so hard.
What? Why? Why do you pick up the controller and do that? Like, what made you want to get out of your house, drive to the venue, and do that to somebody? Sorry,
Lame. All these, whoever you made these characters, you're lame. I'm sorry if you take it personal or if it says something about your character. You might need to look in the mirror, but you're lame. You don't interact. You don't play the game correctly, and you probably have no fundamentals. And this is the only character you can play. But Steve carries. No offense to Lisp. Lisp with Steve is a top 3 player in Lubbock. Lisp without Steve can't even get close to winning a redemption bracket. Sonic is carried by Sonic. He cannot play any other character but Sonic. Wi-Fi Sonic is horrible. I'm really not excited for this ladder because I think it's going to be a lot of these 5. You're looking at the big 5 Wi-Fi ladder coming up. This is going to be the H-Box Wi-Fi ladder. Grand Finals. Going to be some Steve and some Sonic. Snake will never play the game with me. They won't let me get close. Even if I do manage to hit him, I just trade with grenades. So it's obnoxious. Up tilt kills ludicrously early. And I'm nowhere near him, and I get hit by up tilt. Pac-Man will just put down Hydrant. Pac-Man can have some stuff. I'd say of this list, he's the only one that can actually have some stuff, Pac-Man. Some actual skill expression, but 99.9% of Pac-Mans are super lame and never want to interact with you. And if you even think about walking forward, they're going to throw Hydrant down.
They're going to throw Hydrant on the bell, bro. Yank, you're dead at 70.
Gunner, we've all played a Gunner, surely. We know what Noah just said. Gunner is what Gunner is, and they all play the exact same.
Keep in mind, we all know Dan, and we all played Dan's Gunner at some point, and that started it.
Yeah.
That started for all of us. Shout out to Trick Swag.
Yeah, Dan's a great friend, but Gunner carried him, and
I mean, you've had your DJ Don sets where you play his Gunner, right?
Oh yeah,
Oh
I played
God.
DJ Don. Did I play him I played him twice,
Played
didn't
him
I?
twice.
God,
Yeah.
that was sucked.
Gunner's also cracked in doubles for people who don't
Yeah,
know.
we play a lot of me Gunners and doubles.
Anyways, top 5. These characters are dope. Diddy Kong is so self-explanatory. If you love Smash at all, or you have any concept of free-flowing combos, great neutral, skill expression, he's so much tech. He has more tech than probably anybody in the game. So that's what I love about Diddy. Is I can always like go to lab and play. Just Z-drop catch banana. I can Z-drop down air practice. I can move ledge cancels. Pop gun cancels, all that. I mean, he just has like so much tech compared to everybody else in this game. And he's just, when you see someone who can do it all, Beastly's a great example, but also Tweak, of course, who can do it all and implement it all. It's like inspiring to me, and it's like I want to be that good at Diddy Tech, and it doesn't make you just be bored to play the game because there's other things besides the basics.
I want to say one thing about Diddy before we move on, because I think it's like really important, and I just thought about it, or else I would have said it when I was talking. I think Diddy is one of the few characters in Ultimate where you can watch a player play and you can be like, oh, that's X player.
I was about to say that. The expression of Diddy Kong
because
is
the
huge.
personal expression of the character is so much higher than it is for most other characters in the game.
Yep.
And I think that's why watching Diddy Kong is so cool, because he's so much like it's so much more interesting to watch a player than it is a character, right?
Yes.
And so when you can differentiate the players when watching the character, that's really special in a game like Ultimate. So I wanted to throw that out there before. I think there's some other characters. Like there's a few other characters that have the same thing, but I think Diddy is like one of the first ones that comes to my mind whenever you think of that.
I agree.
I agree. Whenever I'm watching them play too, I'm like, I love thinking like what I would have done in that situation, and kind of to your point, it's oftentimes different, especially Tweak. I'm just like, he's so creative and so amazing with the character, but like sometimes I'm just like, what are you doing? Like that was not it, or that was not optimal, or that's not what I would have done, or you missed a kill here. But I mean, obviously he knows what he's doing more than I do. But It's just like you said, you can be so different with the character. There's 1,000 different ways to play him, which is awesome. On to Wario. I don't
I'm
know.
surprised you have Wario. I mean, I know you play Wario, but
Yeah. Well, I love watching Wario. Gluto is my favorite player. Tweak is my favorite player to watch. I won't lie, but Gluto is my favorite player. I root for him harder than probably anybody.
Sure.
Uh, I don't know. I might be biased because I think some people think Waft is lame or
I think Waft's
it's
dope.
a two-stock game. Some of the ill-informed people that don't really know how the character works, but they it's a two-stock game. It's cheesy. It's corny. But I think his setups are super dope. I think they're precise and hard to do. If you never play Wario, you would grow to respect it a lot. How hard it can be to land a Waft sometimes. And I just love the same thing. It's the creativity and it's the different ways you can play them. And just this past weekend, I saw Gluto do bike hit, second hit bike into jump off waft, which I haven't seen since like the first week of Ultimate, and he brought it back. I hit Chuck with a down tilt slide off ledge waft I think we were actually playing. I was with Chuck on team, and I hit it down tilt slide off the ledge.
Oh yeah, bro, that was crazy.
He's like, what? I was like, yeah, dude, that's a thing. I've learned about it. So it's the creativity and his explosive combo game. I think is cool, but he can be can. I can see it both ways. This is some personal bias because I do play Wario and I like Wario. I can see it both ways. He sometimes camps for time for Waft. Waft does kill you at 30 if you get hit, so I can
I'm
see it both ways.
contractually obligated to hate Wario.
Yeah, I wouldn't like go die on that hill that I have to defend Wario. He's just a personal favorite of mine.
Yeah, for sure.
Fox is the perfect character. We already talked about him. I have been playing a ton of Fox lately. I think Diddy Fox, whenever you said that, is a amazing 1-2 punch.
That's what Grace has been playing.
I put of all the hours I've been putting in lately, it's been way more Fox than anything else. When I played Chuck yesterday in singles, and it did not go so well for him. It was a lot of Fox. So that character's broken. That character makes you feel like you have no options sometimes. Chuck says it's whenever he's like, I hate playing Fox. I hate it so much I can't play the game, but I love watching Fox. I think that's a cool character. If you can make your opponent feel like you are that much better and they have no options and your character is broken.
He's got the buttons, bro. You can't do anything.
He's got amazing. He's perfect. And then you die off stage at 28 to a Sora counter, and you're like, well, is he broken?
Oh, Sora was my one that I didn't include. Sora was my 10th character, yeah. I hate that. They're so boring, dude. Anyway, sorry. You just reminded me.
Joker is pretty close up there to perfect character too, especially after his tone down, but he's awesome. He's like if Sheik could actually win games. That's how I think of Joker.
Yeah.
Because I do think Sheik is pretty cool, but I have no faith in that character, unlike a lot of people. It seems like everyone's on the Sheik, especially now, because I guess Void's labbing, so that means all of a sudden Sheik's top 3 again, because Void entered the lab.
Sheik's been like top 5 like tier list speculation in Japan forever.
It's bogus.
Sheik's
crazy.
When have we what was the last Sheik result we've had?
If Steve didn't exist, Sheik is nuts.
WebJP is going to watch the throne. We can see if he can take a single set off.
Steve didn't exist for 4 years. Where were the results?
Yeah, but the Kameme in Japan.
Every
Japanese player had a Wario and a Sheik.
Have y'all seen that Captain Falcon tier list where he's like another episode of Captain Falcon losing a matchup? Have y'all seen that?
Bert. Yeah,
Bert.
That's how I feel about Sheik. Like, who does Sheik actually beat? Like, Wario beat Sheik, Fox beat Sheik, Diddy beat Sheik, PT beat Sheik, Joker beat Sheik, Steve beat Sheik, Sonic beat Sheik. Like, how does Sheik
I was playing against Beastly Sheik the other day. I felt like I was getting mopped. I looked down. I was at like 38. I hit him with like 2 moves. I'm back in it. I think I don't think the character is bad. I don't think the character is bad by any means, but like I just think the character has to work way too hard.
The character has to work way too hard in a meta of people who play the game to hit twice and win.
No. I don't see
the meta is Smash 4, but we don't go too deep into that.
Like I don't think Sheik can do it. Literally, Void talked about today that he has to find a secondary. He's thinking about picking up Sora because Sheik can't do it. This is coming out of Void's lips.
Meta is carried. Huge agree.
And PT is dope because I love Pokemon. Whenever the game first came out, I was semi-interested in PT, but then Chuck kind of picked him up, and I don't want to play who Chuck plays, so I never
that should have been your warning, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. But, I mean, I love Pokemon. I'm a big Pokemon fan, and this 3 starters is super sick. I just think the concept is sick. It's not as much as the gameplay like the other characters, but the concept of the characters,
Yeah.
having 3 characters to master, switching and hitting. One's a combo, one's a kill, one's heavy. Like, I love the idea. If there was another PT with a different gen, like Gen 3 or Gen 4, I'd probably be super hype. But I love Pokemon. I love the idea, and Ivysaur is super corny and also super cool.
I will say I hate Squirtle. I hate Squirtle.
Squirtle's cool.
Back on Sora.
I hate. Squirtle.
I like watching Squirtle.
I hate Squirtle.
I love playing Squirtle.
No.
But like I said, I made the character for
Playing
a long,
against
long time.
Squirtle is like the most miserable
Oh,
experience.
it sucks.
Dude.
It sucks. Pikachu can't do anything. Vibe destroyed.
No one can do anything, dude.
Character's nuts. But yeah, speaking on Grayson's love for Pokemon, he did get to Saffron City, the 6th gym in Radical Red. Nuzlocke,
Oh
hardcore.
wow, that's pretty impressive.
I'll never do it
That's-
again. I was in physical pain.
And he didn't use guides to look it up. Like, it was all off the dome.
Pretty good.
So,
Well, I
And
knew who they had.
yeah, he used the document
Yeah, the
to see who they had, but it was all, not like looking up strategies for whatever thing he's
Oh,
meant to
God,
do.
no.
And now Radical Red is a lot easier because they fixed the AI. The AI used to know what move you were doing, so you could
Cheating,
switch.
bro. He was cheating.
And some of the Pokemon, they had Permanent Psychic Surge, Glacier. It was nuts. But, all right, so that's G's. Okay, and now let's go to mine. The
Oh, God.
correct list. Okay, so
What
bottom
the
5.
heck?
Listen to this. Okay,
When have
Steve
you
is
ever
number 1.
watched an Isabelle in your life?
I've played like 4 in tourney. 4 different ones.
Across 6 years?
Yeah.
That's like what?
Let me talk.
You
All right,
played
let
one
me
year.
hear me out. Hear me out, okay? So Steve, first off, no explanation needed. Character sucks. Ban him. Horrible to watch. I turned it off. I literally turned off Summit. I did not care. Worst ending. Okay. Game and Watch. All he does is up B. I'm talking about G-Dog. Character's boring. Not fun. They think they're cool. They're not. Nine Hammer's funny though.
Do they
I
think
will
that?
say. I think they think they're cool. I know G-Dog got 9-hammered on ladder the other day, or he got a 9-hammer on a Steve.
Oh.
He teched it on blocks and then got F smashed and lost. Which that is funny. That's hilarious. If that happened to me though, I'm slamming my controller. Maracas.
Oh, you would snap your Switch in half.
I would. It would have been bad. All right. Me Gunner. I hate Me Gunner so much. That character is the definition of I don't want to fight you ever.
I never looked
Okay.
at your list. I think that's hilarious that we both had me Gunner on there.
It's annoying. And then like in doubles, there's an invisible rocket. Okay, it just goes across stage. The farther it goes, the more damage it does. In doubles, you are not seeing that. And then it's standing on the side of the stage. It goes through the opponents because he activates it. What the hell? I was so mad when we lost. I don't remember which Me Gunner we're playing. I think it was LL Yoshi and Epic Kalito. They played DDD Me Gunner, and it was hell on earth. I hated it. Every second of it. Okay, Me Gunner, I'm not watching you. Olimar.
I disagree
You
with
Olimar's?
this one a lot. I like Olimar a lot.
I think Olimar's boring. I think the character looks ugly, first off. That's part of it. Genuinely. The character just up smashes and throws Pikmin. It's annoying hearing the sound. It's annoying hearing the whistle. And all of them look like dweebs. I guess that's bullying, but they do. And then they pop off. It's lame. And you're like, woo, Olimar. He has the worst music in the game. His stage sucks. Everything about Olimar is just booty. Pikmin control is smart, though. Like, you have to be smart to do Pikmin. And if I get Pikmin, like, he does the platform thing where one's on the platform, one's on the bottom, and he fires. I die off that platform. Good job. That's awesome. That's actually cool. And then Isabelle. So, I was going to trade Isabelle with Min Min, but then I'm sticking to my guns. I think
The fact
One-
that you don't have Min Min on here is insane.
you know how much I hate
All
Min Min.
you do
I
is talk about
know.
Min Min.
All
How did
you
you
do.
not make your
Yeah.
list?
I want to make sure that is very clear. Min Min should be on here. Okay? I saw it too late. I screenshotted it, and I'm committing.
I
Okay?
think
I
yours is
hate
more
Min Min.
least fun to play would be Min Min, not watch.
I don't even like watching Min Min. I'll turn that crap off. I hate it. I'm not watching Proto, but I'd rather watch Min Min than Isabelle. The reason why is there's 75 plus characters in this game. Why are you picking Isabelle? The
I agree
character
with that.
doesn't interact with anything. At least Gyroid is kind of cool because you can do stuff off it, but it's trip sapling essentially. That's boring. The character is weird, and most of the player base is weird. I had an Isabelle player get mad at me. I think it was Ruby. Is that a player in DFW? I think. Either way, I played them. They're up 3 stocks to 1. They took me to Lilat. Okay, that says a lot. And all they were doing was this cheesy turnip thing that I couldn't hit them. They're up 3 stocks to 1, and I was like, you know what? This kind of sucks. I spiked Isabel at 40 in the blast zone, and she lived somehow, which is weird. But anyway, I came all the way back, spiked her super low, laughed at her, and then, or her as in the character, and the dude. And then the dude was like, I can't believe you play that broken character. I said, you picked Isabel.
I will say, like, I kind of agree with you because I hate watching any low tier. I do not like low tiers.
Hey, don't complain.
I think I think all low tiers have the same problem where their like game plan is very linear because they can only do like one thing like well, and so you always know what they're trying to do, and it's like they're just fishing for it the whole time. I like that's never fun to watch. Like Rising Grind had their low tier only. I would much rather watch a high tier only bracket or like a top tier only bracket. I find that much more interesting and entertaining to watch. And easier to compete in, to be honest. I hate gimmicky low tiers and gimmicky mid tiers. Like, that's my least favorite type of character to play against.
And literally, Isabel uses a fishing rod to try to cheese you. That's what happened. She grabbed me on the platform, pulled me under Lilat, and threw me at the corner where it's not, like, actually a tech zone, but it's a wall.
Yeah.
I was like, you cornball. But, so Isabel's on there. I think Isabel players are weird, and I think they're the weirdest community in the game just because they picked that character. Plain and simple. So that's why Isabel's on my least fun to watch. I don't trust you, don't like you, and yeah. So that's why those are definitively the least 5 characters, fun characters to watch in the game. Min Min is also very dangerously close on there. Okay, the top 5 most fun. This is fact. Okay, this is complete fact. Sheik is number 1, mostly because of Void. I love watching Sheik. I love watching all Sheik players. It's sick. I think the character has a ton of expression, similar to what Grayson was talking about with Diddy Kong, because I do like watching Diddy Kong, and he was very close to making this list. Same with Wario. But I just think Sheik has so many options at all times. I think it's really cool. The issue is Sheik is too hard, and you're playing in a game of the characters below, and can't do anything about it. You just lose sometimes. And I would love to play Sheik in this game, personally, and I think I might, just because I enjoy playing the character. I was getting 3-stocked by Grayson yesterday, but I was having a blast. But, no, I think Sheik is really cool. Pokemon Trainer, a little partial, because I played the character. Same kind of reason as Grayson. I love Pokemon. I love Pokemon Trainer as well. I think Charizard is actually a sleeper high-tier character. I think that Ivysaur is the worst, and I think Squirtle is very good. But that's me. Vibe disagrees with me. Vibe is better than me. So take what you will.
You think Charizard
Fox,
is the best of the 3?
You could make a case in this meta. You could make a case. I think that character is crazy good.
I guess that's a deep conversation. Are you talking about if you pulled them away and they were each solo characters? Or as is in their package?
No, in the package.
Squirtle's the best. If you get the whole package, Squirtle's the best.
Squirtle's so good because you can switch. Fox, we talked about we don't need to beat under another dead horse or whatever the phrase is. Joker is really cool. I think Joker's a lot of fun to play. I just don't like the Persona series.
Is Joker the best designed addition in Ultimate?
It's close.
Who would be like the second or like third?
We all
like,
put Joker, and I didn't look at y'all's list before this, so
I think Sora's really cool.
Okay, that's a terrible take.
Sora was very close to my top 5, so
that's
fun
insane
to watch.
Yeah, I like watching Sora.
What the heck? I think Joker's the best designed new character in Ultimate.
I will say, like, I see Allegary in chat saying Byleth. Byleth is actually a good designed character.
I agree with that too.
It looks like a Smash Bros. Character. But Joker is so good. Like, the gun expression you can do, the fair combos, the drag downs, Arsene comeback, so it makes it hype when potentially can happen, but it's not broken because all you got to do is jab him once and he loses half his meter, or grab him once and pummel, but you guys don't know how to pummel. You just throw immediately. No, Joker's a really good designed character. Really awesome to watch. And I love watching Meta Knight. I'm not turning the stream off if there's a Meta Knight on there. I actually follow a guy.
What Meta Knight you watch?
I used to love watching Abadongos. What's the guy who came up with that?
2023.
Well, there's not many anymore. There's not many. It sucks. MK Leos. I was so pumped when he was picking it up, and then it just died because the character is just not great. That hurts. I love watching Meta Knight. I think that character is really fun to watch. Sora was an option. Aegis was an option. I do like watching
Aegis in your
I
top
like.
five
Hold
most
on, hold
fun
on,
to
hold on, hold on, hold
watch?
on. I like
Boo.
watching. Listen, I like watching Mithra. I think Mithra's dope. Pyro's cheesy, but I like watching Mithra. Who else did I have almost in there? Wario, Diddy Kong. Pikachu's not even close on there. I've tended to turn off Shiny Mark and Esam sometimes, but yeah. So this is the definitive list. This is correct. Okay, but we also did a list for everybody, right? And here's the results. Okay, clearly we had 34 responses. I'm gonna go ahead and close.
And these are all
out.
West Texas, right?
Yeah, this is, I believe, all of West Texas, and then if someone shared it with anybody else, I think I gave it to some alumni like Chino. I didn't send it to Sauce because I didn't know Sauce would respond. People who played.
Yeah.
So we got a good amount of results, and we did top 5. So I wrote it down with the percentages, okay?
Okay.
So top 5 liked characters. Number 1 is Joker at 36%.
I
Sheik
think
is 2 at 30%. Fox is 3 at 27. Roy is 3rd as well at 27%. And then Ice Climbers is 24%.
who's watching Ice Climbers?
I'm turning it on every time Big D's on.
No, I'm saying like other than Big D, like who's like Scythe? I think is his name. Is the only other one, right?
I think Icy's is cool.
Icy's,
I get messed up by
Icy's
online.
Icy's is cool until they aren't, right? Like I think Melee Ice Climbers is one of the coolest characters in the game until you start wobbling. I'm sure it's the same it's the same in Brawl, and it's the same, I'm sure, in this game. You know?
If Icy's was good, like everybody played it, I think people would end up hating it, but because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
technically
that's
the
right.
exact archetype. Someone put Luigi.
Look at individual responses. Let's find out who it was.
I don't think. We're not going to bully them on the podcast.
Let's find them. Find
We'll
them
look
and
after.
tell them they're
Oh,
wrong.
the Luigi player.
You know what? Wasn't it MTM? Didn't MTM just say he likes watching Luigi?
That checks out.
No Pichus. Shocker. Oh, 6th place was Diddy Kong.
Yeah.
7th place was Donkey Kong.
Ooh, Donkey
I
Kong's
will
a good
say,
one. I didn't think about that.
Roy was probably my number 6.
I would say Roy was on mine too. I was like, Roy's really fun.
I think Crom's more fun to watch than Roy, but I enjoy watching both.
Yeah, no Lucario, no Villager. If there's an Isabelle on here, I will find you. Pac-Man, I can understand because I used to retweet every Pac-Man combo in Smash 4 on Twitter without even looking at it because I knew it was dope. Ryu, Ken, Corrin.
I hate
Gladys,
any
Corrin.
character. Oh, if I could redo my list, like the picture of my list, I would have a separate category: characters with auto turnaround. I hate all of them.
Oh yeah, I'm not a fan of the mechanic whatsoever. Before, I did really enjoy watching Ryu, but now with auto turnaround and I know I can't ever cross you up, which that's my entire character's game plan, lame. We did have a hero. You're a loser.
Hero was
Hero's
on
not
my
fun.
least favorite to watch.
We did have a
I
little
don't
bit.
like that character.
Falcon had 5. That's surprising.
I've always been of the opinion that Falcon is like sleeper lame, at least in Melee. In Melee, the common opinion is like, oh, Falcon's so hype. I don't really think so. I think like Stomp Knee is like one of the freest combos in the game. But
Yeah.
like maybe it's different. Like Bert's really cool. I really enjoy watching Bert. Whenever Beastly was on his Captain Falcon kick, that was really fun to watch too. But I think that again comes down to player more than it does the character. But I think sick players are drawn to Captain Falcon, which helps them a lot.
I think Perfect Pivot, Captain Falcon was sick, but outside of that, he don't really do anything. He don't move the needle. His up B is a war crime.
Well,
That
they
thing
buffed it like 6
latches.
times, so
They latch. That thing goes so far away. We play it one on
his up smash kills
online.
at like 60. So
Another gimmicks coin. He calls him Jab Grabberson.
nice.
We have a dare of Beerson in our doubles chats. He just dares the entire full hop dares and then up Bs. That's his entire neutral, and we can't do anything about it because it's online. King DDD apparently had 2 votes for fun to watch, which is interesting. And we did have requests for if Steve is fun. There's 1 Steve, and there is 2 Kazuya, which is interesting. And then Ridley had 2 and everything like that. So I will make this the results accessible, I believe, so everybody can see it. But I thought it was kind of interesting. The Luigi player, don't know who you are. Enjoy your anonymous
For
what's the
now.
word? Yeah, you're going to be anonymous for now.
Anonymity.
Anonymity for now. Okay, because we will find you.
Well, you turned up. You didn't do individuals.
No, I did. I can click it. Right now.
Oh.
Boom. Actually, no, I didn't make it required. We won't find out.
Well, it shouldn't be. No. Oh, you didn't. You don't have who's who. That's what it is.
Yeah, I didn't put it down.
Because it would be interesting to know. I think, like based on your like, who you are isn't as important, but like what character you play, I think kind of determines a lot of who you like watching. Yeah.
Yeah. So we shall see. Okay, and then we go on to the loser side, and shocker, guys. Top 5 least liked characters to watch in West Texas. Number 1 is Steve by a large margin. I wouldn't say large margin. I guess 69% of people put Steve.
That's a large margin. What?
69.7%. Everybody say nice in chat.
That's an overwhelming majority.
That is a lot of people. Okay, Min Min was second at 57%.
Yeah, well, in a region with Steph, it's hard not to think that.
Kazuya is third at 54%.
Okay, yeah.
Sora is fourth at 39%. That's Fighter Pass 2 except for Sephiroth. And then 5 is Sonic at 36%.
Okay, West Texas, great taste in what they do not like watching, dude.
Look at this.
I don't know if y'all can see. Solid opinions. I thought it was gonna be way worse. Those are all respectable.
What I think is interesting is like people agree a lot more on what they don't like to watch than what they do like to watch, and I think that's like a pretty good indicator of like, oh, hey, maybe we should like evaluate this.
I think I missed a row of characters. I didn't put Pikachu. Oops. Oh my God, guys.
I don't think anyone cares about Pikachu. No one's gonna put him on a like, and no one's gonna put a dislike. It's just he's just there.
I'm just hoping I didn't miss anybody else that would have been on the list. I just missed Pikachu. How did I do that? Whatever.
It's crazy that like that's the character you have thousands of hours in, and
I'm sure I was actually expecting people to put Pikachu on the not fun to watch, because he's not. But
he's not relevant enough.
Yeah.
I was shocked. The 6th and 7th spot for that. 6th was Game & Watch at 30%, and then Samus was 7th.
No, I think those are all very understandable and good picks for least fun to watch. Yeah.
Good takes. Good takes. Let's go West Texas.
Kirby on there.
Huh?
Kirby's kind of hype.
Kirby's like I have the opinion, kind of like what I talked about earlier.
Oh,
like,
I did put Pikachu. Never mind. 2 people put Pikachu. I hate you guys too.
We're like Kirby's only want one thing, like every other low tier. And so it's like
whoever put Sheik, you're an issue.
No, I understand why they put Sheik. Have you ever played against you probably haven't. Have you ever played against Nutmeg or Libra in Abilene?
I've played Libra, I think.
All they want to do is camp you out and time you out. And Sheik's very good at it.
Sheik is very good at timing.
So I understand why they have that. That's why I had her in my middle tier.
Zelda is high on here. That's also true. If you play a lot of Wi-Fi, you know.
Yeah.
Gamer Watch had 10 people. ZSS had 3. Wario was 2, which I found interesting. Lucas, I don't know who Sheer Cold messed up, but they got Lucas on there. Sonic.
Wario had 2 and Pika had 2 for dislikes.
Pika. Where's Pika? I think so. Yep. Uh-oh. Someone played us in dubs. They mad. They mad. Villager had 4. Mega Man had 4. Wii Fit 5. Interesting. Little Mac had 1. I'm very shocked that the Mii's did not have higher.
I don't think people have really seen him.
Me,
because you know, here in DFW we have Talo Halo and DJ Dawn and Spark, and like we have representatives for all the Mii's. Some of them multiple. But there's not really like Zach K plays Brawler, but I don't think people understand how corny Brawler is, so they don't really put him up there. And like Dan hasn't played in the tournament in West Texas since desync, maybe.
Yeah. But I thought this was I really enjoyed this. Bowser's Dream Beyond. There's 6 duck hunts. True. Inkling being on there, you're a loser. Simon, yes. Richter. I should have combined those, so that probably would have been 8. Which still
8
wouldn't have made the
Simon
list.
Richters.
I should have combined Simon and Richter. Technically, they're different. I try to combine the actual sames and everybody else, but
I love that take. Those characters are pretty awful to watch.
yeah, they're not fun. Whoever put Joker, you're a loser. Banjo sucks to watch.
That's true.
But yeah, 23 of the 33 or 34 people put Steve Min. It's very clear that people do not like Fighter Pass 2. I'm actually very shocked that people don't like Sora.
Have you ever watched a game with Sora in it?
Nah, I watched Kameme if he's on the stream,
terrible.
I'm watching.
It's so
no,
boring.
it's not.
He's
And Sora got some of the coolest combo in the game.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. I
No,
know
he
you've
doesn't.
seen their loops.
Nair loops are. Who cares about Nair loops, dude?
Maybe it could be sick, but like if you've ever played them online, dude, Sora's to play against are.
Yeah, they're
I think
boring.
he puts a lot of bad taste in people's mouth because he just
They're
fell camp.
corny.
Very corny.
I'm shocked that Mario got announced. And no Link.
Yeah, I think Link falls in that category of like technical characters that you like kind of respect, because the character's like not good, but like I don't know.
Young Link has 3 too, so.
God, I was gonna say if you're gonna pick a Link, it's probably Young Link.
But some of the characters that didn't get anything, I can't even tell what this character is because it won't show me. Shulk had 0, which is shocking because I think Shulk's actually quite boring, personally. Link didn't get any. Fox got none, of course. Whoever's in between Peach and Daisy. Bowser got none. Yeah, so that was our list. I thought it was really cool. It was a great idea by Noah, and thanks for chat today and everybody who participated in this. Literally could not have done this segment without you guys. I think this really puts a light on what our scene is. And, hey, listen here, losers. The fact that 67% now of you guys don't like watching Steve, ban him. Crazy.
Well, we can't because then none of the tournaments will count for PR.
Oh, yeah, but we're not going to go too deep into that because that's a whole nother hour that we're not going to go into. So, yeah, guys, I really enjoyed today's episode. We could do more top 5s and stuff like that. We don't want to become a top 5 podcast.
Maybe, maybe one a month, 2 a month.
Yeah,
like that.
I think it'd be pretty cool. I know we will do players. One of the topics I did want to talk about today was our favorite set ever.
Oh, no,
actually,
you're
talk
right.
About that.
You're, that's a good point.
So we're not going to talk about our favorite set. At some point we will. Favorite set we played or watched or anything like that. But it's really cool. I'm always open to topics, guys. Like, literally, send me some. If you have something you want to, I don't care how stupid it is, because I'll just tell you it's dumb. If you like the topic, tell me about it, and we can go through it and see if it's worth talking about, and we'll talk about it with our crew and see if we like it. But I think that today was a really awesome episode. I think we had a good amount of chat interaction. We will be posting this one on YouTube. I didn't post the last one, and now it's too late, so it doesn't matter. But we will post this one next week. Is probably also going to be on a Thursday. I'm actually thinking of changing the time, so because Sundays is during top 8s, and that sucks. And I really don't want to miss those. So we might be moving it to Thursdays. I'll talk about it with my crew and all that stuff, and we'll kind of go from there. Shout out to Steph for making the logo. I know he plays ZSS the most lame way possible, but he did make a cool logo, and I really enjoy it.
Are we doing chat questions today?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we did. We haven't done chat questions. Chat! First question I see, what do you think of Marth? Marth, I love watching Leo's Marth. He was on my top 10 of characters I like to watch. I think
Marth was Beastly's #1 pick of most favorite characters to watch.
Marth is cool because you have to space. Now, Atsy's Marth is not as cool, and I will just call it out because all he does is fish for shield breaks, and that's lame. And then once he gets it on his 10th attempt, he's like, yeah, that was sick.
Dude,
I'm like, bro,
Atsy's shield broke Gluto on stream at Rise and Grind.
I saw that.
He didn't know who Gluto was or like why that's a big deal, and I think that's funny.
No way!
How do you
That's not
know
real.
who Gluto is?
That's not real.
Second best player in the planet?
I am
Third best?
dead serious.
Timing him out. Goodbye, Atsy.
Oh, you actually typed him out. How long did you type out for? 10
10
minutes.
minutes.
What he
And I
said.
don't know how to change
What he
it.
said was, "I knew he was good. I didn't know he was top 5 in the world."
Atsy, I hate you.
That's a big L, Atsy, big L. Martha's good. Martha's a good character. Martha can win.
I don't know how to do it from 10 minutes, so he's
Oh
going
my
to have to deal with it.
Leo should have gone Marth against Skinny because he just beat a good Mario in Mexico playing Marth. So I don't know why he didn't do that. But
How do I take off timeouts?
Leo's the
I,
only
I,
one on
I
planet
untimed
Earth.
him out. You are no longer timed out. Etsy.
Yeah. Only Leo can make Marth work, but I do think the character's pretty good.
What makes Marth hype and not Lucina? I think Marth has more skill expression than Lucina does.
Yep,
Facts.
that's exactly it.
Hmm.
That is, even though he's corny, he has to work hard to get his corn. It's not like Incineroar. Incineroar was dangerously close to my top 5 of lamest characters, by the way. I hate watching Incineroar.
So he's pretty lame. He's Noah's archetype of I want one thing, it's corny, and I'm gonna fish for it till I get it. That's
Yeah.
the Incineroar
I
archetype.
said this the other day, and I think it's the greatest reference I've ever done. Incineroar is a Smash 4 character.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, you guys, and the best part is, all you guys like playing him. Every single one of you have an Incineroar.
He's
You're
like the
ah,
third
this is
best
so much
character in
fun.
doubles, dude.
Oh, he's so good.
Maybe
Right.
maybe even top 2.
No, we agree.
He's
We actually
amazing.
have him top 2. But, like, everybody's like, oh, I love Incineroar. I love playing Incineroar. Smash 4 sucks. I'm like, no, guys. You like Smash 4 because that's one of your favorite characters to play.
No. It's different.
No,
When you
it's
have
not.
when you have a Smash 4 character in Ultimate, it's unique. When every character is Incineroar in Smash 4, it's terrible.
No.
Yes.
Perfect pivots existed. Get out of it. Edge cancel it. My character was dope. My character was good.
Sure.
I saw, does Pika beat Mac? No. Just kidding. Yeah, he does. Why does he beat Mac? Because he can edge guard. On stage sucks, though, if you just back up. Whoa, this is a big one. Comparative. What do you even mean? Fest, non-comp brackets, and things like that. Do you think it would be worthwhile to try? Yes. I think me and Grayson talked about it. Was it last week?
It's like
You have to have Smash Fest in your scene where you're just playing the game and talking to each other. That's how your scene lives. If you're just playing competitive the whole time, you're not building a scene.
I knew Gluto was the best warrior. That's so disrespectful to call him only the best
Atsy,
warrior.
Atsy,
He's the
I
top
mean
3
this.
player on planet Earth.
You need to watch Smash Bros. Bad.
Is he top 3?
I think he's third right now, maybe fourth.
Akala, Mia,
Spargo.
Spargo. Yeah, that would be my.
I think you can put
He
Pluto
just beat
above
Spargo,
Spargo right
though.
now because
Yeah.
Spargo is inconsistent.
And he has way lower lows, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And he in
What?
most recent head-to-head, Pluto
Yeah.
won.
That's fair.
We do have a question. What are the best counterpick characters in your opinion?
Game Watch.
Game and Watch.
Game
is
and
very
Watch is
good.
not a counterpick character. Game and Watch is a character you pick when you want to beat every character in the game.
Min Min's a good counterpick character.
Cloud.
Min, Sephiroth. I think Cloud's in the same boat as Game and Watch. Or you should probably just main the character instead.
What about Wolf? Wolf is also a very good counterpick character. Oh, it used to be. Not in this meta anymore, I guess. But those, I would say...
I think it depends
You
a
pick
lot
one
on
of
who
those.
your main is to pick a counterpick character.
Yeah.
You need to cover your matchup, so it's a very dependent question.
But, we're seeing if we have any more questions right now.
Hey,
Best
you
counterpick
wanna make a
characters.
wager, Chuck? It's not really a wager, but like a
Okay.
pact.
Okay.
I'll compete in Map Mayhem this weekend if you go to Sunday school.
I'm in Utah this weekend.
Oh, you are such a coward. Booking a Utah
How? I'm
trip
going to a
just
wedding.
Just to
I'm
dodge.
going to a
Just
wedding.
to dodge,
He's
dude.
literally
I was
booking the flight right now.
listen. I was
Oh
thinking.
my god.
I was thinking of going to the regional at Freaks.
Yeah.
But I don't know because life is real right now, which I will DM you about later. So that's the tough part. Rush is the reason why I hate Mario. The guy right there. Mario is not hyping dubs. We'll go ahead and say that. What's up, Rush? Long time no see. Let's see. Any more questions?
Final call. For
do
chat
about-
question.
Two or three more because we got a decent amount of viewers today, so we're gonna reward you guys. You're so lucky you're going to Utah because this weekend would be the 1 month since you retired. Yeah.
No,
I lost
I'll
the
start
month.
going to tournaments again if you start going to tournaments again, Chuck.
Can you convince Grayson to go to tournaments? Because if Grayson goes, I'm going. Not even joking.
Where's Grayson live? I know he's in DFW, but like where?
He is 5 minutes from you,
From me?
from your university.
Oh. Hey, Matt Mayhem. Friday nights.
Friday, what time?
7.
What would it take for me to come to Bomb City? Literally time, because I have a free entrance. So I am actually going to go at some point. I want to do dubs. So if there's no dubs, there is a literal 0 chance of me going. And I need somebody decent to team with. I'm not teaming with no scrub. I'm not doing that again.
Who's your ideal partner other than the G? If you
I want to team with Oscar one more time. Me and Oscar suck together, but I want to team with him one more time. I actually want to team with Vibe really bad because I really want to teach him doubles because I think he could be crazy. He's just too stubborn.
I think you and Spritzy would be good.
We ain't fighting nobody. It'll be fun. I would love to team with any of those guys.
Yeah. I guess I don't know really what role you take whenever you play. I haven't really watched y'all play much.
I play more of the point, I'd say. But I usually end up with more kills. But a lot of my kills are off of setting up to Grayson. So.
I play in the back when I play.
Oscar definitely plays in the back. That's why me and him suck. Because I'm like, Oscar, I need you to help me. I'm Pikachu. And he's like, don't worry, bro. You got it. And I'm like, I'm not good enough. And he kills me.
What do you think it takes to quit Smash? You're good at this. Why don't you answer this one, Chuck?
Well, as great as I am, I've quit like 7 times. I think to quit Smash, you really do have to, like, cut cold turkey. I think you need to get rid of the game because it's a drug and you will come back to it, competitive-wise. I will say when I stopped competing, I got a lot happier in life. But Grayson can attest, I take losses very personally. It's like Michael Jordan-esque personal. I get very, and Noah's seen it too, I get very down on me as a person, which is why a lot of times I quit. I don't like ultimate singles. I know what it takes to be good because I was good at some point in multiple games. And I know I can't put in that time because I don't want to. I want to play other games as well, and I'm married. And I have a job. So I'm focusing on my real life. So I know I can't be good, and then I get cheesed by some cheesers. And Steve. And Min Min. And I'm like, is this fun? I don't know. But I need, like, if I had a friend, like, let's say Grayson was here, or even you know, if I lived in DFW with you guys, I'm probably going to every tournament with you guys. Not even joking. Because I like being around you guys. Not saying I don't like being around Lubbock. I want to make sure that is very clear, because I know they're going to misconstrue that. Okay? Noah's laughing like, dig your hole, Chuck!
Clip it! Out of context. Put it in the Lubbock Discord.
I do, like, the scene, I'm not people's friends. I'm, like... They like me, but I'm not their friends. They wouldn't hang out. They don't ask me to hang out outside of, except for Daticus. No one asked me to hang out. Oscar literally leaves me on red so much, and he only texts me back if I'm talking about Smash. That's the only time he texts me back. And he's gonna be like, no. But the only time he talks to me is if it's Smash related. If me and G are in Discord, he joins. He's like, hey, y'all playing dubs? I'm like, yeah, but we can't play with you right now. He's like, oh, then I'm not gonna hang out. I'm gonna go play with my friends. I'm like, oh.
What he really says is, Grayson, will you practice with me? And then we'll be like, now we're playing dub. And then he just leaves.
Oh, I suck. But like, if I had like people who like, I'm not saying people don't genuinely like me, but like, wanted to hang out with me a lot. You know, my friends. You know, I think that I would go to a lot more tournaments because I enjoy being around.
Have you considered that maybe you cannot make those connections because you don't go to tournaments?
Yes. But our scene only plays in tournaments, so we also don't have those opportunities to do that. See, even like my first doubles partner just chatted. Nico, we played Kirby Mario to start, and then it was Kirby Yoshi, and we played on Wiimote, Nunchuck, and DS, and we were goated. We were the first, like, we were very dominant when we entered tournaments for a while.
I will say I kind of understand where you're coming from, because a big reason I don't go to events is because. Like, I like hanging out with my students. I would consider us, on some level, friends.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they're still my students, and like there has to be that social barrier there, at least until they graduate, right? Like, I love hanging... Like, Curry and Army graduated. I love hanging out with Curry and Army. But like, I love hanging out with Beastly and Memphis and Kyle and all the guys on my team now. But like, there's a a certain level of professionalism that you have to upkeep.
Yeah.
And like, I
am
can't
the club's
go to
advisor.
events and like be best friends with some of these people.
Yeah, I am this
I get
the
where
club's
you're
advisor. So like, there is a limit as well.
Right.
Right?
Well, you're
Exact
making
same
an
thing.
excuse. What I'm doing is legitimate.
It's legit.
I'm kidding.
But like one of the things, like
I'm
my
trying to
crew,
rile
like
you up a little bit.
I say, literally, my crew is in here right now. All 4 of them. Our entire crew was in this chat today. So
What
I
are they
appreciate
called?
you guys. Era.
What was
We're
it?
called Era.
Oh,
It was
not the other one?
Sauce,
What was
El
the other one
Balador,
called?
Over the Mist.
No, the other one.
I don't know which crew. Those are the only 2 crews I've been in.
The one that you quit after day 1. That Dan invited you to.
What was it called? I don't know.
I don't know. We talked.
Oh,
about
Majestic Tragedy! Oh, I was a 3.
Tragedy. Hell yeah, that's a
But-
great name,
Didn't
dude.
even make the cut for Majestic Tragedy.
I was in there for a day. But we had Nico, Grayson, Sergio, me. I didn't miss anybody. I don't think I missed anybody. If I did, oops. Oh, and Dan was meant to be in there, but he left after I beat him. Or he didn't even join. But going deep is now, I guess, my crew. But, yeah, I know a lot of, like, as Daticus said, like, it's hard because people's whole identity revolves around Smash, and that's it. Like, one thing that me and Grayson literally became really good friends over, we both also love sports. We love the same sports. We also love a lot of the same games, and we try a lot of new games together, which is really cool. You know, so being able to have... I says you saw. Stop putting your...
Grayson, I want to take up... I have beef with you right now. Because I downloaded HOTS so I could play it with you and Chuck.
Oh,
and
God.
I heard you're done. I heard you're out. I didn't even get one game in.
Hey,
You don't
maybe
wanna play
you
with
can
those
make the
two.
love back. We're really bad right now. We're on a 20%.
Look, everybody starts bad, okay?
No, we were good. We were diamond. We were master.
Look, that
We
happens too.
we fell from grace.
Hey, look. You think
Make
MK Leo's going to bounce back?
Hey, we're going back. Here's the crazy part. We won't go
I'm
too deep
Leo.
into this.
You're right.
It's
I'm
like-
back.
My mindset in Heroes of the Storm is night and day with Smash. I am the most positive player in Heroes of the Storm.
Stupid, dude. You refuse to like in your brain. You cannot like. You can't cross the wires. Like Smash is Smash. I'm so bad and sad at all times. Oh, but I'm bad at this game too. Well, that's fine. It's like
I'm gonna get better.
It's like wait, how is that even? You're so stupid, dude.
I am.
He's ahead of-
Like every
Me and
time
Chuck
I'm
are
like,
also both married, so we can relate on that. Just the married life, the struggle
it's
life.
so hard sometimes. I love my wife to death. I wouldn't trade her for anything, but it's so hard to be good at a
I
video
forgot
game.
how good Grayson was at ping pong. Big facts. I am.
Oh yeah, we used to
insane
go
at
up and play ping pong. I think I went with you guys once. I think I lost.
I never lost at ping pong.
Yeah, but we hung out outside of Smash, and Ali made a point like you don't want to Smash another real lame. They don't have to. I have people in the sub call me by my gamer tag, which is crazy. They went to the Smash Club a few times and that, but like you can still do things like, hey, let's go get dinner. Hey, the corn maze. Does anybody want to go to the corn maze? Like you can invite people to do other things. Corn maze is cool. If you haven't been, it's actually really dope. It is the most Texan is the term I will use thing I've ever seen. They have cannons that fire corn. It is like it is exactly what you think I was going to say.
Hell yeah.
But like you can invite people outside, and like Noah and Grayson are doing a good job of trying to reel me back in. Notice that I didn't say Oscar.
Well,
because Oscar
I
doesn't
just
text
think
me
it's
unless
important
Smash.
for you. Like clearly it's important to you. If it wasn't so obviously important to you, like I wouldn't care. But it's so obviously important to you that like I feel like you need to be involved. Does that make sense?
I do care about this scene, and I do think that, not sounding very conceited, but I do think I am a pretty important person in regards to this scene, in terms of things I can say and the experiences I've had in regards to it. I'm just, yeah, I'll figure it out. Maybe if Smash Deluxe comes out, I'll come back and we'll see how serious I am. Maybe I could just play for fun.
Yeah, just pick your soul character and play for fun, Chuck. It's not difficult.
But me and Grayson are very competitive people.
Yeah, and so am I.
When
I'm
you
highly
lose 15
competitive
times
too.
in a row and get 19 stocks compared to 42, it can be pretty rough. But I will go to another tournament for sure. I do want
What's
to enter
that?
dubs.
What's that deep left-in quote that I sent you?
Oh God.
I'll find it.
But yeah, one more question. If anybody has a good one,
Where
Gio
is
message
it?
me. Deep left and bot. Make sure you guys are watching Big House.
Big
All
House
that
is gonna
stuff.
be so good.
It's gonna be so stacked. I know Kurama just dropped too.
44 of the top 50 melee players are there.
Ooh,
All of
this
the top 10. It's gonna be.
It's gonna be
sick.
awesome. Watch it. This is a good
here it is.
question.
Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. But before you do that, I want to read you this because I think it's like Chuck asked, "Why do I always lose to the same player? Is he better than me?" I asked. The Zen Master smiled. No, he is not better or worse. He is simply your teacher. And if you took that to heart and started playing to learn instead of playing to win, especially against Grayson, your best friend of all people, like
Hey!
you would be such less of an old, hating, depressed weirdo, and you would just enjoy the game. Okay?
We talked about it yesterday because I vented a little bit to him because every time I do like an up smash, he tells me I'm ugly and it was ugly and I'm like, dog, you gotta stop. I said because I value your opinion, so now I stopped doing it. It's like I had a reason why I'm doing it. It's like you're jumping a lot. I'm gonna up smash you because I got Pit's up smash is huge.
Yeah.
Hey,
He's like,
that's a
it's
good
ugly.
quote, Noah. I think right now I am a little better than Chuck at Smash, but that has not always been the case at all. And there was a point in Smash 4, definitely, where I was the one chasing Chuck. So it's a cycle. And do I think Chuck can pass me or be equal to me again? Absolutely. I think it's better to be the one behind and getting taught than the one having to lead and be the teacher the whole time. It's better to
Well, I'm
chase
about to
somebody
be-
and have something to look forward to and something to strive to be better than. If you're it's kind of the Leo effect where if you're sitting on number one forever, it's tough because there's no bar to pass, there's no one to look up to, there's nothing to chase.
Chat, press
so
one if you want me in and these guys to coach me.
I think it's good. I think it's good to ebbs and flows of
Damn, that was
better or
fast.
worse. And, having a practice partner who you can be your real self and play your real style and feel comfortable learning and admitting weaknesses and stuff is very helpful. Having a consistent practice partner.
Oscar, I've invited you to my
Used
house
to be
multiple
Chuck.
times.
Now he doesn't
Can
play
you
me
and
anymore.
Oscar stop talking to each other like scorned lovers and just sit down and play the game with one another and stop acting?
He won't come to my house.
Stop acting like a jackass, dude. Come
He's
on.
He said he's my friend and he still hasn't seen my
y'all
house.
clearly like and respect each other a lot. Can y'all just stop whatever this is and just play the game together?
Don't shut up and make out.
Yeah, come on. I'm so sick of this weird Smash Brothers practice partner foreplay. Just play the goddamn game, dude.
Oscar, okay, I'm about to call you. We're going to argue. The last question I do want to talk about is really good. It says, what can you do to be an asset to your scene? Noah made an excellent video talking about this one time and actually was the whole reason why this podcast started, right? You can do content for you people. You can try to coach people. You can watch VODs. You can help TO events. You can organize Smash Fests. All sorts of different things you can do. In regards to this. You can just be a positive person, talk to people about the game, start conversations in Discord, do questions of the day. There's so much different things you can do in regards to just like building community. Invite people out to eat. You're kind of in the same boat as me though in regards to the advisor situation. So you just have to make sure there's a line in regards to friendship and professionalism because we are employees of the state per se, and these are students. So you just have to be careful in that. But there's so many different ways you can get involved. Running your own tournament, helping run tournaments. You know.
Yeah,
Making a podcast.
I've been involved in the West Texas scene since a few months before Ultimate Game. And like I feel like I've done a lot for West Texas in those years that I've been involved.
Probably the most influential, I'd say, in West Texas.
Probably, but
outside of me creating it.
Okay, whatever. But like I've never ever in a single moment that I've been in the West Texas scene felt like my added value to the scene was as a competitor. It's always been as a TO or as a community leader or as a person who is constantly trying to find ways to get more people involved in more things.
I feel the same way.
Whether that's as a tournament organizer, trying to host these regional sized events where you can get everybody in the region to come out and enjoy your time there, or whether it's online in Discord running online events or doing like starting the matchmaking thing, doing something like this where
Doing a random game night.
yeah, and like it does not have to be Smash related. I think even just like, hey, I'm making dinner for like 8 to 10 people. Like, does anybody want to like stop by, have dinner? We can maybe play some friendlies afterward if you want, but like just hang out. Like, there's so much outside of playing the game
Yep.
available to you in order to bolster your scene that like just getting a little creative and doing. I would say this: figure out how you can do what you're good at and what you enjoy doing within the context of like the greater West Texas scene. So
So
like
it's
me,
even simple things
yeah,
like telling 5 people about an upcoming tournament, going into like posting on the Facebook page so others can see. No one, people still join the Facebook page to this day, the Lubbock Facebook page, and you can post a tournament in there. Or like I said, bringing somebody new to a tournament, giving rides to people. Those are huge things that I know when I was super involved in Lubbock, I would pick people up, I would run the tournament, I would record the tournament, I would post the tournament, then I'd also be a community lead, and then I also played. And I helped people and did all this stuff, and that's how I felt like I made an impact on the scene. It's like I wanted to, I don't want to say scene dad, but it's kind of the best kind of role of it. I was like everybody there to help every single person,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, like so like if or like whatever your major is, figure out how you can incorporate that. Like
Yep.
if you're a marketing major, go to a TO, say like, hey, I'm a marketing major, I'd love to help you like run advertisements for your event. If you're a graphic design major, if you're whatever it is, there is something you can do that involves the scene and involves what you're passionate about, what you're driving for in life, that goal you have that's outside of Smash. Um, there's ways to incorporate that so you're developing those skills while also getting involved in the greater scene too. So,
It, and
um,
it does take an effort. Like it's not,
yeah,
none of this is easy. None of this was built. Like when we decided that we're gonna build a West Texas Smash scene, like it was a hard decision to figure out how exactly we're gonna make everything work. And if we didn't like decide, I remember where I was when we actually made the page. When I think it was Bobbles who made the page specifically. I was in a Target. I remember it because it was like a huge monumental moment for Smash in that area. But like even Saw saying, posting on your own social media, posting your own results is huge. With the bracket link, I told Vibe is very good about it. I had a big conversation with him in his car about how he can boost his brand and things like that. And it's like making tweets about your result. A results tweet is not much, and it can still go a long way because then people are going to retweet it. People are going to get likes. More people are going to see it, and they'll be like, "Oh, there's a tournament in Lubbock. Let me make sure I go." And then more people might be interested in what you're doing. So even just tweeting about it, doing different things like that, like it's pretty big.
I'd
Grayson,
say
what are your
another
thoughts?
like besides joining socially, I mean that's the best way is become friends and do all the things that we already mentioned. But also, if you are started out as a competitor, that's why you're interested in the game. Then enter meets, even if you don't feel like it that day, even if you're tired or you didn't get sleep, or entering these competitions and entering these brackets is so important because when people look back, or people like me who are not in West Texas anymore, but I go and look at the bracket, I'll see like, oh, the 8-man bracket, oh, scene's dead, oh, they don't care about Smash. Oh, the scene's dying. Just the numbers, the raw numbers of you getting up and actually entering a game that you're passionate about instead of not entering. And I'm kind of taking a shot at myself because I'm obviously passionate about Smash. I watch Smash all the time. I play Smash all the time, and I don't contribute to DFW's Smash scene at all, even though 1,000 people have tried to get me to go play. So getting up when you don't feel like it, don't make excuses. Go into your bracket. If you go 0-2, you still made a huge impact on the scene. Another one person is so massive. And also coming from a doubles background, another one more team, the difference between like 10 teams and 11 teams and 12 teams is so massive.
It's so
It,
huge.
and it's just like it's sad to see when you don't get the support that you want, or that something you're passionate about, but people aren't as passionate about you and they won't enter, or they won't, for whatever reason, they're not entering or scared to enter or don't care about
It's
what you
like
care about.
I was gonna say, like I'm seeing here, like Oscar's asking if you should go to the free weekly. Him attending that, and like people could hype him up. Like let's say Alligator goes up to a new kid and it's like, hey, this guy is actually a top 50 Bowser Jr. player in the world, and he just placed blah 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 at this tournament. Like they're gonna be like, oh my gosh,
Oh,
that's
it's
really
slander.
cool. We can
Surely
do that.
he's top like 15, top
It's gotta
50.
be pretty. But like that
I don't
that
think there's
changes
50
things.
Bowser Jr. But
Yeah.
But like that
Hey,
that
hey,
alone
I think he
changes
should
so
go
much.
because that cloud needs work. All right, that's why.
Yeah,
That's why I think he should go.
Use it for cloud, but like
So.
just even convincing the top players to go changes a lot of things. You know what I mean? And then like Sauce is talking about how the Torres brothers helped or hosted a Smash Fest, which is how he got into the scene. And it's like these things are how you get people in. You talk to these people, and like you don't have to gas yourself up, but like I know when I'm talking to people, right? Like people are like, oh, I play Smash, and I'm like, yeah, well, like I just found out I'm the 67th best Pikachu in the world. They're like, what the heck? Like, how can I get good? And I'm like, oh, you should come to this, blah 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 blah. That gets people to go to your stuff.
And,
Now,
and I think having a free event is really important to that because I think like a paid entry competitive tournament can be pretty intimidating to new people, and so having like a more newcomer friendly entry point is something that's pretty important.
I always the Mac one just came out today, so you can go look.
I saw Newport was 4th,
He's 4th,
and I
which is
think
crazy.
MTM was like 36th.
Yeah. So make sure you go look at that. But yeah, I always tell the Smash Club you should do like once a month a Smash Fest, and just make it your meeting. Just people going up and playing, get to know each other. Then players or do like we used to do. It's, now they call it Big Brother doubles, but we just call it random doubles, where we teamed a good player with a newer player, and it changes things. But
When I
that's
play
ways to-
doubles and the Mac with my guys, it's called Make a Wish doubles. So
There we go.
similar, yeah.
So that being said, it was a great question to want to help your scene and everything like that. And I do love this scene. I do love Lubbock Smash. I do love West Texas Smash. As mad as y'all make me very often. Me and Noah vent all the time to each other. But I do love this scene. So I will start going at some point in the future.
Maybe that's what we do. All three of us, group effort, group packed. All three of us start going to maybe one event a week, something like that.
Well, there's not many of that. I can say
Doesn't Tech do once a week?
yeah, but I work past the start time. I work till 8. The tournament starts at 6. I'm way too late. Sunday school could potentially happen though.
No, you should definitely
that
do
or-
what do you got going on Sunday nights or Sunday afternoons even?
Well, if Sundays we're moving this from Sunday, then I got nothing. So
And
that's
even
a
if you did go to like this is always after Sunday school anyway.
yeah, so we could do. So
Hey, I see Bobbles in the chat. The GOAT.
Yeah.
Talk about somebody who goes and supports their scene, man. Bobbles gets theirs every week for like
oh yeah,
6 months straight. He always calls us driving home, tells us how he did, who he lost to, how Bowser sucks. But
he is a Bowser hater.
Bobbles supports the scene for sure.
So if we learned anything from this episode, outside of the one person who said Sheik sucks to watch, you're a loser. But the fun characters and everything like that, it's like really support your scene. Find a way. Talk to people. Gosh darn, I always get roped back in. My wife's going to be so upset. But
MTM is so right. The fact that that Angelo's Discord is secret and you can only get in if you like go to events there is so backwards and stupid that like you can't even. No wonder you have 5-man locals. No one knows where they are.
You need to also use your Facebook pages, guys. I know no one has Facebook, but a lot of people still use Facebook to show their kid, like, oh, my kid wants to go to this event. So still post on your Facebook page.
How would they know where to go? They can't talk to you guys. God.
So yeah, make sure you guys support your scenes in any way. If you ever want to talk to one of us, our Discord DMs are open. So feel free to message us or comment on this video. Your questions like, hey, do you think this is a good idea to help support the scene, or has this been done before? What's your advice on that? I am always open to that. So feel free to message, and we'll kind of go from there. Same thing with topics. But we'll end with some shout-outs. Noah, hit it up.
Big shout-out this week. Cannon's my man, bro. For about a month ago, he DM'd me on Discord. He was like, hey, I found some Lorcana packs. I know you've been playing that game. Do you want me to pick these up for you? He was in Midland. I said, yes, buy them all for me, and I'll pay you to bring them to me. And he did, and boy, oh, baby. If you don't know, this card's worth like $800, $900. So, yeah, it was a good day for me. Shout out to Cannons.
Dang.
So
What the? All right.
yeah.
G.
Let's go Cannons. That's hype. No, shout out the boys. Shout out having a good mentality and keep on competing, even though you're not feeling like it, which is me and Hots and Smash and anything I lose in because I'm a sore loser and I'm very competitive. So y'all have inspired me a little bit to maybe consider entering a bracket here or there. I'll look at some stuff. I definitely want to maybe do the Freaks monthly. So, and if you know me, I like to practice before I just go do a monthly. Unlike Chuck, who's just like, yeah, we'll just go and hope pray for the best.
Dog, I'm gonna practice dubs, bro.
You gotta practice singles. There's more.
I will.
Doubles. Anyway,
I will.
Well, you know who runs to practice singles with you is Oscar, but you apparently don't care about that. So.
He's a freaking liar. I think that tournament is November 4th, guys. They are not paying me to sponsor their stuff, but I will promote. Oh, that's another thing. Tell people about tournaments. God, if you're traveling out of town to DFW, tell somebody.
Quit trying to hide the prize pool, you cowards.
Just post it. People will go. We used to post all the time. All right? But I think that regional is November 4th. That would be 3 weekends in a row I'm out of town. So we shall see. But I'm kind of feeling it. So.
Anyways, you heard it from Chuck. Live Kayo Show at the Freaks monthly.
Oh. Maybe.
No.
Crap. If we go, Noah's going.
Shout out to the homies. Shout out to my man Oscar. Shout out to Bubbles. He just messaged me asking to play. So I'm always down to, like you said, I'm down for advice if y'all want any advice. Or I'm always down to play. If you need some Wario Diddy or Fox experience right now, I'm a great guy to get some experience from. So message me. I'm down to play. I love playing with people from West Texas. So hit me up and shout out 1 month of the podcast, 4 episodes in.
Yeah,
let's go.
Gone pretty good so far.
Yeah, we're going to keep it going.
I'm excited to do more and send us your topics, whatever y'all want to hear us talk about.
Yeah. We'll keep it going. I like this layout right now. If you guys think we need a layout, any advice?
I have 31 signed up for BCB right now. No pot bonus. I think that's interesting. It's almost like I said that's the exact thing that would happen. Anyway.
Yep. And also I want to shout out this Metric Trumperman add Clovis to West Texas. That literally, geographically, does not make sense. So we're going to go ahead and hit with that. My pop bonuses, my shout-outs, I guess. You guys always coming in. Chat, like always, you guys coming in. The Arrow Boys, bringing it back. You guys motivate me as well. But I'm quite motivated, low-key. You guys really inspired me. And maybe I'll just play Pit because I do think that character's dope, or Sheik, I don't know. And the Hots crew who's been playing Hots with me. And shout-out to Pokemon for finally nerfing Mewtwo. Thank God it happened. And now the game is actually... still kind of, it's fun personally, but to sit you guys nuts right now. So, that being said, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. I might play some today. I don't know. I gotta get up early. We shall see. But we had 16 viewers today. I think this is a record. So shout out to chat. If you guys want to help this podcast, tell your Smash friends about it. We are open to. We're clearly West Texas mostly, but we're open to talking about anything really, even video game related. I'm sure we'll talk some about Mario Wonder next week, seeing what people say about it and stuff like that, and different things. So send us topics, and we'll kind of go from there. All right, with that, the Kayo Show is going to be over, guys. This will be going on YouTube. I'll probably try to upload it by tomorrow morning, but that means I have to do it before bed, so we will see how long I'm going to be playing and go from there, because I can't play and upload at the same time because that's called bad Wi-Fi. Outside of that, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you guys probably next Thursday. See you later, bye.
Peace.
Hey, before you, did you turn off stream yet?
I'm turning it off right